हेलो लर्नर्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल इग्नू TWL सॉल्यूशन। मैं हूं बिप्लब ओझा और BLIS प्रोग्राम के BLI 221 कोर्स के सेकंड सेक्शन के 15 शॉर्ट नोट्स और उनके आंसर्स के साथ फिर एक बार मैं आप सबके लिए हाजिर हूं। जिन लर्नर्स ने अभी तक इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है वे लोग जल्द से जल्द सब्सक्राइब कर लें। सेक्शन 1 के वीडियो का लिंक भी मैंने लिंक सेक्शन में दे दिया है। बस एक वीडियो देखिए और BLI 221 में स्कोर कीजिए 50 to 60% मार्क्स। सेक्शन 1 के वीडियो में ही मैंने BLI 221 के क्वेश्चन पेपर के पैटर्न को समझा दिया था, तो ये वीडियो है BLI 221 के सेक्शन 2 के शॉर्ट नोट्स को लेकर। आपको एग्जाम में 8 शॉर्ट नोट्स दिए जाएंगे, जिनमें से आपको 6 शॉर्ट नोट्स अटेम्प्ट करने होंगे और हर एक शॉर्ट नोट के आंसर की वर्ड लिमिट है 250 वर्ड्स। और पहली बार की तरह लर्नर्स को यही अपील करूंगा कि आप लोग अच्छे से पूरे वीडियो को देखिए, सुनिए और प्रिपरेशन जारी रखिए। ऑल द वेरी बेस्ट फॉर अपकमिंग इग्नू TWL जून 2022। तो स्टार्ट करते हैं सेक्शन 2 के पहले शॉर्ट नोट। आंसर एनी 6 शॉर्ट नोट्स और क्वेश्चंस इन अबाउट 250 वर्ड्स इन ईच। पब्लिक लाइब्रेरीज एक्ट, बिहार, यूपी, वेस्ट बंगाल, महाराष्ट्र। Bihar State Public Libraries and Information Centers Act 2008. The library legislation should take care of the following 5 aspects: accessibility of information to all sections of the people, an establishment of institutional network to provide care and preserve documents, establishment of committees to provide guidelines in relation to policy making, decision making, and implementation of services, provision of finances and the modus operandi for expenditure, and arrangement of a reporting system of the activities of various public libraries. Uttar Pradesh Public Libraries Act 2006. There are the salient features of this ordinance: Constitution of State Library Council, the Minister, Secondary Education Department as Chairperson, provision for Director of Public Libraries, but to keep the Director of School Education, Uttar Pradesh, as the Director of Public Libraries for administration and operation of the provisions of the ordinance, establishment of 2 state-level libraries, one at the State Central Library at Allahabad and the other State Reference Library at Lucknow, establishment of district library in each district, recognition of the libraries run by voluntary organizations, and meeting the entire expenditure from the state consolidated and non-planned budget of the state. West Bengal Public Libraries Act 1979. With a gap of more than a decade, the West Bengal Public Libraries Act entered in the statute book in the year 1979. This is more or less a replica of the Madras Act, but the differing feature of this act is the conspicuous absence of library cess. The state government meets the expenditure on the maintenance of libraries from its exchequer. The important features of this act are given below. Constitution of a State Library Council with the Minister in charge of library service as its chairman for advising the government on the matters of public library system. Representative from the employees of the libraries as a member in the State Library Council. Constitution of a Department of Libraries to supervise and direct the matters of public libraries. Constitution of Local Library Authority for each district. The district magistrate of the district shall be the ex officio chairman of the local library authority. Provision for constitution of executive committee for local library authority. No provision for library fees. The financial management for local libraries will be made by the local library authority. The following are the means of augmenting funds: contributions, gift and income from endowments, grants from the government for general maintenance of libraries or for any specific purpose, and the amount collected by the local library authority under the Act or the rules. The Act provides funds by the state government in the form of annual grants. Maharashtra Public Libraries Act 1967. Maharashtra state was constituted with the areas of Western Maharashtra, Marthawada, Vidarbha, and by amalgamating princely states like Kolhapur in the year 1960. Even though there were efforts for library legislation from 1940 onwards, it could succeed only in the year 1967 by enacting of Maharashtra Public Libraries Act. The main features of this act are given hereunder. Constitution of State Library Council by the Government Minister for Education shall be the ex officio president of the Council. The Council will advise the State Government on all matters connected with the administration of this Act. Constitution of a separate Department of Libraries and the appointment of a professional as its director. Establishment of a State Central Library and a Divisional Library for each division. Constitution of a District Library Committee for every district. The Chairman of the Education Committee of the Jilla Parishad functioning in the district as the ex officio president of the committee. In case of the Committee of Greater Bombay, the Chairman of the Education Committee of the Municipal Corporation shall be the ex officio president of the committee. Establishment of Maharashtra State Library Service and to treat all members of such service as government servants. There is no library fees. The government shall contribute to the library fund every year a sum not less than 25 lakhs rupees. The government may make special grants to library fund. Grant in aid to public libraries organized by voluntary organizations. Next question is functions of IFLA. The International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, that is IFLA, is the leading international body representing the interest of library and information services and their users. It is a global voice of the library and information profession. The functions of IFLA are categorized under several heads. These are as follows. Strategic programs. IFLA operates 6 strategic programs. Committee on Standards, Copyright and Other Legal Matters Advisory Committee, Freedom of Access to Information and Freedom of Expression Advisory Committee, Library Development Program, Strategic Program on Preservation and Conservation, UNIMARC Strategic Program, Committee on Copyright and Other Legal Matters, Copyright Limitations and Exceptions for Libraries and Archives, Copyright limitations and exceptions for visually impaired persons, relations with WIPO Secretariat, opposition to the Broadcast Treaty at WIPO, and Development Agenda at WIPO. Committee on Free Access to Information and Freedom of Expression. Raise awareness of the essential correlation between the library concept and the values of freedom of expression. Collect and disseminate documentation and aim to stimulate a dialogue both within and outside the library world. Act as a focal point on the issue of freedom of expression, libraries and librarianship. Library Development Program. Building Strong Library Association Program. International Advocacy Program focusing on advocacy for the role of access to information and libraries in the UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and International Leaders Program. Next is activities of ILA. The Indian Library Association, that is ILA, was formed on 13 September 1933 on the occasion of first All India Library Conference held at Calcutta. The Indian Library Association is the largest professional body in the field of library and information science in the country. It is the premier national association representing the library profession in the country. ILA, right from its inception, in right earnest has identified itself with the library movement in the country. In due course of time, it has also worked for the upliftment of the professional education and cadre-based status by providing the necessary training and education avenues. It has made consistent efforts to provide an opportunity for the development of library and information professionals at all levels all over the country. An All India Library Conference is held every year at some place in the country. The host institution is a university, an institution, or a local library association. National seminar on one or more themes of importance and relevance is a part of the program of All India Library Conference. In addition, national seminars on themes of topical interest are also held from time to time. The association arranges lectures, roundtable discussions, and other activities in Delhi and other cities. It associates itself with libraries, other library associations, institutions, etc. in the program generally organized during the National Library Week in November each year. Next question is IPR, that is Intellectual Property Right. Intellectual property refers to creations of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic works, designs and symbols, names and images used in commerce. IP is protected in law by, for example, patents, copyright, and trademarks, which enable people to earn recognition or financial benefit from what they invent or create. By striking the right balance between the interest of innovators and the wider public interest, the IP system aims to foster an environment in which creativity and innovation can flourish. According to the World Intellectual Property Organization, intellectual property rights are like any other property right. They allow creators or owners of patents, trademarks, or copyright works to benefit from their own work or investment in a creation. These rights are outlined in Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which provides for the right to benefit from the protection of moral and material interests resulting from authorship of scientific, literary, and artistic productions. The importance of intellectual property was first recognized in the Paris Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property and the Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works. Both treaties are administered by the WIPO. Types of intellectual property rights: patents, trademarks, copyright, industrial design, geographical indication, and IPRs provide a plethora of options. Next question is DELNet. Developing Library Network, that is DELNet, has been sponsored by the National Information System for Science and Technology, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, Government of India, and is currently being promoted by the National Informatics Center, Department of Information Technology, Ministry of Communications and Information Technology, Government of India, and India International Center, New Delhi. Though it became a registered body in 1992 but was functional since 1988, Delnet was originally established as Delhi Library Network and subsequently the name was changed to Developing Library Network. Objectives of Delnet: to promote sharing of resources among the libraries by developing a network of libraries, by collecting, storing, and disseminating information, and by offering computerized services to the users; to undertake scientific research in the area of information science and technology, create new systems in the field, apply the results of research and publish them; to offer technical guidance to the member libraries on collecting, storing, sharing, and disseminating information; to coordinate efforts for suitable collection development and reduce unnecessary duplication wherever possible; to establish or facilitate the establishment of referral and or research centers and maintain a central online union catalog of books, serials, and non-book materials of all the participating libraries, and to facilitate and promote delivery of documents manually or mechanically, etc. Services provided by Delnet. Interlibrary loan online. Member libraries can request online for a document using interlibrary loan facility of Telnet for Telnet server, and the document is couriered to the requesting library. The member library needs to pay an annual subscription for this service. Reference service. Delnet is a referral center that provides reference service to participating libraries. Next question is UGC Infonet. University Grant Commission, that is UGC, is a national body for the coordination, determination and maintenance of the standards of university education in India. It initiated a program called the UGC Infonet e-Journals Consortium to provide online access to electronic journals and databases in all disciplines to the universities in India. The program aimed at increasing accessibility of electronic resources to the universities. InfluBnet is the coordinating and monitoring agency in the UGC Infonet project. Training manpower is one of the most critical resources for successful implementation of high-tech programs like UGC Infonet. InfluBnet or RNet is giving training to network managers and library professionals for the managing the WAN connectivity, network security, mail server, web server configuration and e-journal access management at their premises. More than 108 network managers from around 99 universities have been trained at RNet India, New Delhi. Around 63 library professionals from more than 63 universities have been trained at RNet India, New Delhi. The salient features of the UGC Infonet are scalable architecture to grow from universities to affiliated colleges, nationwide terrestrial backbone using fiber optic links, integrated satellite WAN supporting broadband and SCPC VSAT technology, comprehensive network management systems for overall monitoring of the network down to each and every device, linkage with other academic and research networks all over the world, data security and virus protection using firewalls and instruction detection systems, dedicated data center for web hosting, e-journals and mailboxes, mirror sites spread all over the country for content hosting and broadband multimedia and video channels for distance learning. Next question is CILIP. The Chartered Institute of Library Information Professionals, that is CILIP, is the leading professional body of library and information professionals in UK. It came into existence in 2002 with the merger of the erstwhile Library Association and Institute of Information Science. CILIP provides practical support for members throughout their entire careers, helping them with their academic education, professional qualifications, job hunting and continuing professional development. Objectives: set, maintain, monitor and promote standards of excellence in the creation, management, exploitation and sharing of information and knowledge resources. Support the principle of equality of access to information, ideas and works of the imagination which it affirms is fundamental to a thriving economy, democracy, culture and civilization, and enable its members to achieve and maintain the highest professional standards in all aspects of delivering and information service, both for the professional and the public good. Activities: CILIB organizes one-day conferences with expert speakers, demonstrations from suppliers of associated technology and unrevealed networking opportunities. It also organizes managed events, 2 and 3-day conferences, often with associated exhibitions, organized on behalf of CILIP's special interest groups, including the biennial umbrella event. Apart from conferences, CILIP inforums are a series of discussion workshops where one can network with like-minded library and information professionals. Publications: CILIP brings out CILIP Update magazine. It is published in print and digital formats monthly. Awards: CILIP promotes excellence through recognizing best practices awards. Different groups manage these awards. Example: Publicity and Public Relations group offers the following award in Marketing and Public Relations. International Library and Information Group Award, PPRG Marketing Excellence Award, rewarding excellence and innovation in libraries, etc. Next question is NASSDOC, National Social Science Documentation Center. It is NASSDOC was established in 1969 as a division of Indian Council of Social Science Research. Its objective is to provide library and information support services to researchers in social sciences working in academic institutions, autonomous research organizations, policymaking, planning, and research units of government departments, business and industry, etc. Its functions include providing guidance to libraries of ICSSR regional centers and ICSSR-supported research institutes, providing study grant to doctoral students for collection of research material from various libraries located in different parts of India, rendering financial assistance for taking up bibliographical and documentation projects, providing document delivery service by procuring books and journals on interlibrary loan or photocopying the documents, and organizing short-term training courses for the research scholars, social scientists, librarians, and IT professionals to acquaint them with the latest information and communication technology. The following services are being provided by the Library of NASSDOC: consultation facility, reference service, referral service, literature search, document delivery service, bibliographic service, Union Catalog of Social Science periodicals and serials in India, Union Catalog of CD-ROM databases in social science libraries in India, Directory of Social Science libraries and information centers in India, Directory of Social Science Research and Training Institutions in India, and Directory of Asian Social Science Research and Training Institutes or Organizations in India. Next question is referral centers and cleaning houses. There are a variety of organizations involved in information dissemination activity. These different organizations need to be properly coordinated by an agency for their effective functioning. A new type of establishment with specific mandate to act as a switching mechanism among different information dissemination institutions is an essential requirement. Such an organization is referred to as referral center. As in the case of ISCs, the referral centers exist at different levels, that is local, regional, and international. To carry out its functions, referral centers must be equipped with an inventory of all significant information resources in different disciplines, compile and publish directories of scientific and technical information resources, and analyze the operating relationship that exists in the scientific information complex. In scientific parlance, a cleaning house is a relatively new concept. It represents a depository for documents with the additional objective of servicing as a central agency engaged in the distribution of information. It also includes such functions as collecting and maintaining records of research and development. Sometimes, subjective questions about items in these records are referred to the sources, and thus a cleaning house may have to perform the function of a referral center. In the United States as well as UK, such cleaning houses are in existence and are functioning. Most of the cleaning houses have information gathering networks to acquire documents in their subject areas. They answer specific and general type of questions and may act as central searching place for inquiry, especially relating to R&D reports. Next question is professional ethics. Every profession establishes a code of conduct to govern ethical behavior within their profession. Professional ethics is considered as an expression of the ethos of an occupation. In other words, it should reflect or be based upon all the basic values associated with the occupation. It should reveal what the occupation is, what the practitioners think of themselves and of their place in society, It should indicate what is distinctive about the group. The quality of service offered by them should be of a class that makes them distinguished. In order to sustain societal recognition and to give their best, almost every profession attempts to evolve a code of professional behavior to guide practitioners. Interest in ethical behavior of occupations, often formalized into codes, has a long history, although rules of conduct have existed since many centuries. The modern code had their origin in the 19th century. For example, in the United States, the Code of Ethics of the American Medical Association was adopted in 1848 when AMA was organized. The value of ethics can be summarized as follows. They guide the professionals in decision making in professional work, enhance and validate the images of a profession and professional, help the librarians to project their practices, and inculcate professional zeal among the members. Ethics are essential elements for the profession of librarianship. Librarianship has an indispensable role in the society in collecting, preserving, and disseminating knowledge. Library information science professionals have to deal with users, administration, and people in book or information trade and colleagues. Next question is components of a patent specification. The purpose of a patent specification is to fulfill the patentee's part in the contract that a patent constitutes. In return, for a full disclosure of the invention, the patentee can have a time-limited monopoly for the invention. During that time, the patentee has the right to stop others working the invention without permission. The monopoly generally lasts for 20 years, although annual renewal fees are usually payable. After the patent expires, the invention enters the public domain and cannot be patented again. A patent is enforced is necessary against infringers by action brought before the court. A patent specification is a legal document. Third parties and the court must be able to understand it so that the limits of the protection it affords can be determined precisely. A patent specification normally has the following parts in the order given: a title to identify the invention, a statement as to the field to which the invention relates, an explanation of the background state of the art, what was already known prior to the invention, a statement of an objective technical problem which the invention seeks to solve, or an objective the invention is aimed at achieving, statements of invention which correspond in scope and content to the claims, including any statements of technical advantages achieved by the invention, a list of any drawing and brief summary of what they show, a description of specific examples of the invention, often with reference to any drawings, the claims, the abstract, the drawings, a sequence listing. Next question is library consortia or consortia. Library consortia have evolved from the concept of resource sharing. The concept has come out of the increasing cost of publications, particularly periodicals, and the reducing capacity of libraries to acquire. Another factor is the availability of electronic publications and databases. Increasing costs of journals lead libraries to cut down on their acquisitions that affected the business of publishers. Thereafter, publishers have come into agreement with libraries to form consortia. Library consortia are mandated to play the role of a buying club for joint purchase of e-journals, interfacing as intermediary between publishers and consortium members, negotiating on their behalf on subscription to e-journals, and subscribing them on concessional rate. They are temporary in nature and exist as long as they bring economies of scale to libraries. Library consortium is an association of two or more libraries formed to work together toward achieving a chosen goal, such as resource sharing. Consortium libraries often pool resources for joint purchase of e-journals and share them for access and library. delivery online. Every member library in the consortium is only responsible to the association in respect of the obligations that are set out in the consortium agreement. Otherwise, they remain as independent entities and manage their operations and services independently. Library Consortium is an association for non-profit economics of information and for improved and expanded economic collaboration to achieve mutually beneficial goals. Consortium deploys computer networks such as Internet as a tool for sharing e-journals or other consortium resources among members for access and document delivery. Next question is Indian Association of Special Libraries. The Indian Association of Special Libraries and Information Centers was founded in 1955. It is a registered society with headquarters located in Kolkata. It was formed with the aim of having an association in India similar to the Association for Information Management in the UK and the Special Libraries Association in the USA. IASLIC has the following major objectives: to undertake, support and coordinate research and studies, to organize general and special meetings, seminars, workshops, and conferences at national and regional level, to publish journals, monographs, manuals, newsletters, papers, proceedings, and reports, to conduct short-term training courses, and to coordinate with other fraternal bodies in promoting the interest of the library and information profession. IASLIC holds biennial seminar and a conference in alternate years in different parts of the country at the venue of host organizations that are usually university, libraries, departments of library and information science, institutions, associations, etc. It has special interest groups devoted to areas like industrial information, social science information, computer application, humanities information, informatics, and library and information science education. The SIGs chose themes for discussion during conferences or seminars. The association, in its continuing education program, conducts short-term courses, workshops, roundtables, seminars, etc. Organizing short-term training courses in various topics is now a regular feature of the continuing education program to improve professional competency. These courses are usually held in collaboration with the university departments, specialized institutions, National Library of India, and other professional bodies, etc., in different parts of India. Next question is Information Technology Act 2000. Information technology has generated number of activities of its own and invaded practically all major human activities during the last few decades. Along with the helpful activities, it has generated offenses as well. All these developments have generated the need to pass an act related to IT. Many countries of the world have passed IT acts, including our own. The salient feature of the act, along with its utility and importance, are given below. Salient features. The Information Technology Act 2000 came into existence in our country on 9th of June 2000. Since then, it has been amendment in 2006 and 2008. The Act has 13 chapters comprising 94 sections. Chapter 1 Preliminary, Chapter 2 Digital Signature, Chapter 3 Electronic Governance, Chapter 4 Attribution, Acknowledgement and Dispatch of Electronic Records, Chapter 5 Secure Electronic Records and Secure Digital Signatures, Chapter 6 Regulation of Certifying Authorities, Chapter 7 Digital Signature Certificates, Chapter 8 Duties of Subscribers, Chapter 9 Penalties and Adjudication, Chapter 10 The Cyber Regulations Appellate Tribunal, Chapter 11 Offences, Chapter 12 Network Services provides not to be liable in certain cases, Chapter 13 Miscellaneous. Features of the Information Technology Act. All electronic contracts made through secure electronic channels are legally valid. Legal recognition for digital signatures. Security measures for electronic records and also digital signatures are in place. A procedure for the appointment of adjudication officers for holding inquiries under the Act is finalized, and provision for establishing a cyber regulatory appellate tribunal under the Act. Next question is technological gatekeepers. A technological gatekeeper is a well-informed person in a particular field. Usually, some scientists, technologists, and professionals in business, etc., have got a tendency to acquire information from various sources to keep herself or himself abreast for the development in the field and to disseminate the information to a person or group who may be interested in the information. There is no formal course to train a person as a technological gatekeeper. Almost automatically they grow into a technological gatekeeper. According to IGNOU, technological gatekeepers should have technical authority, a high standard of technical and scientific professionalism, and a high level of verifiable performance, a formal role in the organization, a proponent and constructive attitude to the general problems of the business, and an open and interested attitude to innovation problems and to discussion with colleagues. Characteristic of technological gatekeepers. Technological gatekeepers are usually members of a group comprising 8 to 15 people. They are usually learned personalities who have acquired knowledge not only through training, education, research, and status, but also strong contacts with outside. They have served for a substantial period within an organization. They have prolific contributors of information. They have the ability to analyze information, absorb ideas, and relay them to the concerned researcher, and they are visible and of a friendly disposition. तो ये थे आपके शॉर्ट नोट्स। इस सेक्शन के बाद आपका BLI 221 का पार्ट ख़त्म हो गया है। तो फिर मिलते हैं हम लोग BLI 222 के क्वेश्चंस आंसर्स के साथ फिर एक बार। और पहली बार की तरह अभी बोलूँगा कि चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए मत भूलिए और कमेंट सेक्शन में अपने कमेंट को ज़रूर दीजिए। और एनी काइंड ऑफ गाइडेंस जो कि टर्मिनल एग्ज़ाम से लेकर हो या ट्यूटर मार्क असाइनमेंट से लेकर हो, आप लोग हमें लिख सकते हैं। हमारा ईमेल आईडी है ignoutwexamsolution@gmail.com। थैंक यू सो मच।